to thank you for joining us on Polk Place. I'm Brian Lacey, and a unique nonprofit organization within the Polk County community that you might or might not heard of is Top Buttons. And if you've heard of them, you might have saw them in the Ledger. Their CEO is Sara Powers, and she's in the studio to join us. Welcome to the show.
Well, glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, I want to talk to you a little bit about Top Buttons. We're going to get to the rest of the stuff and where people might know you from, that front page stuff. But talk to me a little bit about Top Buttons. What is Top Buttons?
I would love to talk to you about Top Buttons. So Top Buttons is most importantly a 501c3 nonprofit, and we provide confidence building, life skills education, and clothing resources to young women who are in at-risk and vulnerable situations, including those that have been trafficked, those with disabilities, those in low-income situations. We really want to be a resource to them and help them have a leg up and better their life in whatever way that they need to present their best self on the job, at school, and every day.
Sara, how did Top Buttons come about? There's got to be a story of how this started. What is it?
There's always a story. One of the really important, I guess, pieces to the puzzle of how Top Buttons got started was the fact that I'm a mom of 4, 3 of which are my daughters. And I remember one day I was in Sam's Club and I was really wrestling with, okay, how can I have a positive impact on the community and not take away from my family? My background is in youth ministry and my degree is in social work from Southeastern University. I love working with young people, but it's difficult to fit it all in. And so I'm wrestling with this, and at the same time I'm at Sam's Club, I'm shopping with my girls, and my 8-year-old at the time is looking at the checkout counter and she sees this magazine and it's a Cosmo, and I'm not going to tell you exactly what it said because it's very inappropriate, but basically she said, "Mom, what does it mean to have your best first time?" And I was like, oh my goodness, the fashion and media industry is impacting our young girls and teaching them about relationships, about their body, about life, and we can't have that, and I'm also looking at the clothing options for my girls and just really unsatisfied and disappointed. I just really feel like culture is teaching girls that in order to get attention, they've got to put themselves out there for shock value and with inappropriate content, and it's reinforcing the wrong things. And I just really wanted to provide a resource for young women to help encourage positive things, healthy ways to get attention in their lives. And so the whole fashion component was a way to connect and inspire and equip young women and be a positive fashion resource for young women in this culture to lean on. Impacting one girl at a time. We can't turn the Titanic, around overnight, but partnering with other local organizations that are doing a great job supporting young women with education and with nutrition and with providing them housing. But we can come alongside them and partner with them and be a positive resource, talking about positive body image, healthy self-esteem, contextual modesty, how to dress appropriately on the job. I mean, how do employers talk about these things once they're already in the situation with their teams? We want to be that resource to lean on to really help prepare these future business owners and mothers and really impact the community one young lady at a time.
Logistically, to pull all these things together, the teaching components, everything else that goes with it, what does it take to impact a young lady's life?
A lot. It takes a village, and that's what we are all about, is being that partner. So we have our locations where the girls are able to come to us, and they're set up like thrift stores, but that's not why we started. We did not start to sell clothing. Dear God, if I would have known that I was going to be running stores, I would have never started. But God didn't share that piece with me whenever He put the idea on my heart. But we have these boutiques, and we accept clothing donations from the community, so everything that we have is donated by women who see the vision and the mission and what we're trying to accomplish. And we take clothing items that are new or used but free of holes and stains. We curate all the racks with the girls in mind, so they come to us and they're matched with a volunteer personal stylist. So we need lots of volunteers to help really pour into these girls. You don't have to be a fashionista. We need somebody that's going to help find clothing that suits the needs of the girls, whether it's a job interview or whether they need school clothes or whatever. So they're basically following them around, helping them find clothing, telling them to ignore the size, ignore the brand. Let's see how it makes you feel. Let's see what message you send when you put this outfit on. What message are you going to send to your employer and to your peers? And, you know, so we're giving them this life skills education while they're actually shopping in the boutique. And of course, to them, everything's free. Then we also have salons in our thrift stores, so the girls are able to get color correction and haircuts. And we talk to them about personal hygiene and skincare. And we've had girls come in that have literally sat in the chair while somebody's curling their hair and cried and said, nobody has ever curled my hair before. You know, so we're really able to engage with these girls and provide them with experiences that they have not had, to really build them up from the inside out. The educational component, we do large conference-style educational sessions a couple times a year where all of our enrolled partners, and that's how we validate the need, organizations who serve young women between 11 and 25 who are considered at risk or vulnerable, are able to enroll with us. This includes the Polk County School Board, PACE Center for Girls, Heartland for Children with Foster Families. We have more than 30 organizations enrolled. So their girls are brought to us and they get the clothing resources and hair and makeup, but they also get the educational sessions as well. And so we have these conference style sessions where we have women in the community who are licensed mental health counselors, and they'll come in and talk about mental health and body image. We have a curriculum that we've written on social media safety, you know, really trying to help guide the girls on really how to put their best self out there. So they're not known for just their body. We want them to be known for their talents and their skills and their potential, and really start reinforcing those healthy ways to get attention in their life.
For those out there that would like to give of their resources, perhaps donate their clothing, that might be in the industry one way or the other, how do they become a part of you? What's the easiest way for folks to help you?
You know, donating clothes and shopping is absolutely the best way that they can support the work that we're doing. You know, clearing out your closet, decluttering, it's all a part of recycling clothing in a healthy way. And we have a lot of excess in this country, you know, and so it's a really good way to get rid of your excess and know that it's going to a good cause. So women can donate their clothes anytime we're open for public shopping hours in any of our 3 locations. And we need all sizes and all clothing styles. And so it doesn't matter your age. If you have clothing in your closet that you're not using that's still in good condition, find a new home with us at Top Buttons. We would love that. And if we can't use it, if it doesn't fit, you know, what we're trying to offer to the girls, and we are open for public shopping as well, which helps fund our full-time charitable efforts, similar to the Salvation Army. Obviously, the girls we serve get everything for free, but if women have clothing that they need to find a new home, we would love for them to consider us. And then keeping us in mind when they're shopping. I mean, supporting local, shopping at your local stores, even shopping Top Buttons for your women's clothing needs is such a huge help to help us meet our, you know, program budget. In addition to, we have, you know, grant writing and we hold events, and we love to have the community involvement in those aspects as well. But they can have a relationship with us daily through coming into our store and donating their clothes. And they can also volunteer and support our programs by jumping in with the girls and helping be a personal stylist, or coming and volunteering at our educational event where we have 150 girls in attendance at any one time.
A unique business practice that you're adopting is, for lack of better, Uber clothes.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about what you're doing with one of your vehicles.
Thank you so much for bringing that up. We're constantly assessing our programs, like what's efficient, what's working, how can we do it better, and what challenges are we facing. And with the groups that we serve, one of the biggest challenges is transportation, you know, getting their girls to us. When we have a session of girls, it'll be 4 to 6 girls that an organization can get to us at one time, but we want to be able to serve all their girls, all 30 girls if they have 30 or 40. And we have the ability, we have the clothing, but it's getting it to them. And so Publix Charities sponsored our mobile boutique, and we're super excited. We just got it completed, so we're actually able to take clothing resources to the groups that we serve who can't get all their girls to us. So if there's a emphasis on preparing them for a job interview, we can stock our mobile boutique, and it looks like the inside of our shop as well. It's pretty cool. It doesn't have a dressing room. We didn't quite have enough room for that, but the floors are beautiful, gray vinyl floors, and we've got the iron rods in there as well, and we've got air conditioning and good lighting. We've got an awning so we can park it in front. They can walk in and feel like they're in our store. But we can stock that entire mobile boutique with thrift professional clothing, and then we also buy a capsule collection of professional attire. Sometimes with the girls that we serve with their different size needs, it's hard to outfit them from head to toe in thrift clothing alone. So we're able to provide both of those items, as well as we buy new undergarments so we can stock the mobile boutique with that, closed-toed shoes, accessories, and bring it to them. And then provide on-site job education training as well, if that's a part of the request. So we love that we're able to take this and really increase our impact on young women in this community and serve the program partners that we have enrolled with us even better.
As with every nonprofit, generating funds to serve the community is the life's blood. That's how I found you. I saw a fundraiser that you were doing. I saw the message that you were conveying, and I really, really wanted to bring you in and talk more about what we've talked about so far. But recently, folks might see you from something that you did that was unique, and it was all Polk County, and there was a great team that did it. Let's talk about RAM.
Oh my goodness, it was crazy and awesome. But you're right, fundraising is hard, and there are so many beautiful, amazing nonprofits that we partner with, and we don't want to take money away from another nonprofit. So how can we continue to raise money and continue to serve and do it in a new way, a unique way? You know, people don't have time. We've got all these events and all these ways that we're normally doing fundraising. So Race Across America came out of trying to find something different, trying to connect with new individuals and raise awareness in a different way. And Race Across America did just that. So basically, I got into cycling in 2020. I kept having stress fractures from running. I love running too. And it was a part of my own personal health journey after having thyroid cancer and different things. And I was trying not to lose fitness. And so I bought a bike and I started road cycling, and I just loved it. And as I started connecting with the cycling community here, it was a whole new group of people that were interested in learning about Top Buttons and supporting. And I thought, okay, well, that's great. So we started a local cycling event called Gears for Good that we host annually, and we have that coming up in November 2nd, which is amazing. But Race Across America, I thought, okay, this is not an event that people have to come to, but this is a crazy venture, and there's some other female local cyclists that were willing to do this crazy thing with me and support Top Buttons. They wanted to ride to support Top Buttons. And so 4 Polk County females, we started in Oceanside, California, and like a relay, there's always at least one person on the bike. We rode 3,000 miles across the country, finished in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and did it in 6 days, 22 hours, and 59 minutes, which is pretty amazing. We average like 18.4 miles per hour, and it's a race. So there's tons of teams. There's people that do it solo. I don't know how they do that. I don't know how they sleep.
Wow.
And I know they get like 4 hours of sleep for the entire 10 to 12 days. It's crazy.
Wow.
Which we didn't get much sleep either, but there was 4 of us, so we shared the burden. The journey of what we accomplished very much parallels the work that we're doing with young women. You know, they need a crew. They need a support team. They're going to face hardships and ups and downs. I mean, they're going to do good one day and then have a really hard day the next, but they need people around them, like Top Buttons, like Heartland for Children, like the Polk County School Board and their local church, to support them, to be their crew, so that they can make it to the finish line and so they can reach their goals and find success. And with Race Across America, we could not have accomplished that without having a crew. And we had 10 people that took time away from family, time off of their own fitness journey, time off from work to support us. I mean, it was quite the undertaking. But we also had businesses and individuals and sponsors that said, yes, let me sponsor the event costs so that all the funds raised can go to your programs. And we raised, to date, we've received $110,000. And we still have pledges that are coming in. So we're really excited about the new donors, the new supporters, the new partnerships that we've been able to make through the Race Across America journey. Well,
Sara, we're just about out of time. I want to thank you for coming in. I really want you to come back and talk to me about the event in November and anything that we can ever do to help you promote anything that you do. Please come back and see me.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share.
Top Buttons is a faith-based, nonprofit 501c3 organization partnering with nonprofits around the community who serve young women between ages 11 to 25, including Pace Center for Girls, Heartland for Children, and Boys and Girls Club, One More Child, New Beginnings High School, and dozens of others. Now, if you need more information on how you can help them, give them a call, 863-220-2464, or look them up on the web at topbuttons.org. If you enjoyed that episode of Polk Place, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and even check out the next one.